The deity in question is Nimera, the presiding god of this ancient temple behind me. According to local legend, Nimera is known for both blessings and curses, particularly those related to fertility. This deity has been a central figure in the lives of the villagers, shaping their beliefs and traditions for generations. But what could have angered the god so much that it would punish an entire village? The story goes back to 1970, when the village faced a severe drought that left the land parched and the crops withered. The villagers, who had always depended on the land for their sustenance, found themselves in a desperate situation. The once bountiful fields turned into barren stretches, and the community's spirit began to wane. In desperation, the village elders made a solemn vow to the deity. They promised that if rain came, they would hold a grand festival in Nimera's honor, complete with offerings and rituals that hadn't been performed in generations. This promise was not made lightly. It was a heartfelt plea for mercy from a community that had always revered their god. The elders gathered the villagers, and together they prayed fervently, hoping their devotion would be enough to sway the deity's heart. The rains came, drenching the parched earth and revitalizing the village. The villagers rejoiced, celebrating the return of life to their fields. But in the joy of their salvation, the villagers forgot their promise. The festival that was to honor Nimera was never held. Life returned to normal, and the urgency of their vow faded into the background, overshadowed by the daily grind of village life. What followed was described by many as divine retribution. For the next 23 years, not a single child was born in Asioka. Couples who desperately wanted children found themselves unable to conceive. Those who could afford it sought medical help in nearby cities, but to no avail. The medical professionals they consulted were baffled, unable to provide any answers or solutions to the heart-wrenching problem that plagued the village. The impact on the village was profound. The local school closed its doors, leaving behind empty classrooms that once echoed with laughter and learning. Young couples moved away, hoping to start families elsewhere, seeking hope in distant lands. The once vibrant community began to age, with no new generation to take its place. The streets that were once filled with the sounds of children playing became eerily quiet, creating a sense of loss that hung heavily in the air. From a medical standpoint, it's baffling. We conducted tests, tried various treatments, but nothing worked. It was as if the entire village had become infertile overnight. The doctor's words reflect the confusion and despair felt by many in the community. The absence of children was not just a personal tragedy for couples, it was a collective loss that affected the very fabric of village life. As the years passed, the legend of the cursed village grew. It attracted the attention of researchers, skeptics, and believers alike. The story spread beyond the village, drawing in curious visitors eager to learn about the mysterious phenomenon. Some proposed scientific explanations, environmental factors, genetic anomalies, or even mild psychogenic illness. Others saw it as proof of the deity's power. The village became a focal point for discussions about faith and science, with people trying to make sense of the inexplicable. But for the villagers, the cause was clear. They had broken their promise to Nimera, and now they were paying the price. The weight of their guilt hung over them, a constant reminder of their transgression. Many believed that the only way to lift the curse was to make amends with the deity they had once revered. The elders, filled with regret, began to gather once more. They sought guidance from spiritual leaders and consulted ancient texts, hoping to find a way to appease Nimera. The community came together, united in their desire to restore their faith and lift the curse that had haunted them for so long. Our ancestors always warned us to respect Nimera. Perhaps we had grown complacent, and this was our punishment. The spiritual leader's words resonate deeply within the community, echoing the sentiments of many who feel a profound connection to their heritage. The villagers began to engage in more fervent rituals, hoping to appease the deity and reverse the curse that had befallen them. Dr. Anita Sharma, an anthropologist who has studied similar cases, explains, in these communities, the relationship between humans and their deities is reciprocal. When villagers believe they've angered their god, the psychological impact can be profound, often manifesting in physical ways we can't fully explain through modern science. As the years rolled by and the village population dwindled, the elders realized the gravity of their broken promise. In 1993, they gathered once again, this time with a renewed determination to set things right. They understood that the time had come to take action, to restore not just the temple but also their faith and hope for the future. The temple restoration began in earnest. Villagers pooled their resources, working day and night to rebuild the sacred structure. Stone by stone, prayer by prayer, they sought to appease their deity and lift the curse that had plagued them for over 2 decades. The entire community came together, united in their efforts, as they believed that their collective devotion could bring about a change. And then, as if by magic or divine intervention, the curse was lifted. 9 months after the temple's completion, the cry of a newborn echoed through the village for the first time in 23 years. It was as if a dam had broken. Soon, the village was alive with the sounds of children once again. The laughter that had been absent for so long filled the air, bringing joy and hope back to the hearts of the villagers. Ramesh, now a father of 2, recalls that day with tears in his eyes. It was like the whole village took its first breath again. We realized the power of faith and the importance of keeping our promises. The arrival of the first child marked not just a personal victory for Ramesh and his family, but a collective triumph for the entire village. The community celebrated together, their spirits lifted as they embraced the miracle that had finally graced their lives. The village erupted in celebration. It was as if a dark cloud had lifted, and hope was reborn along with the first cries of a newborn. Families gathered, tears of joy streaming down their faces, as they embraced the miracle that had finally graced their community. The sound of laughter returned, echoing through the once silent streets, as children were welcomed back into the village. In conclusion, the tale of Asioka is not just about childlessness, it is a profound exploration of faith, community, and the human spirit's resilience. The village's journey serves as a reminder that even in the face of adversity, hope can flourish. As the villagers continue to seek answers, they remain bound by their traditions, united in their quest for a brighter future. The story of the village deity's curse is far from over, and the echoes of their struggle.
I trust you enjoyed this video. Please like and share your thoughts in the comment section, give a thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel for more alluring stories like this one. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.